Hey guys, I'm Paco the Realtor. 16 years of experience, helped over 200 families buy and sell the American dream. I'm a local expert, I'm a professional, and I take care of my clients. I pride myself in educating my clients, and I'm also really sarcastic and a storyteller. So why don't you guys get to know me?
What's up, guys? This is Paco the Realtor, your friend in real estate. Hold on one sec here. I hope everybody is having a good evening. This is Taco Tuesday with Paco, and I'm drinking squirtin' tequila. It's been one of those days. Some squirtin' tequila. So for Taco Tuesday, and I'm not eating any tacos because I'm actually eating healthy. 90% of the time. Don't tell people. It's not all the time. But anyways, guys, hope everybody's having a good evening today. Today, on Taco Tuesday, I'm going to talk about rates and what that means and why everybody all of a sudden is thinking of refinancing and what they're going to do. So let me start with this. Rates are down again. So what does that mean? Money is cheap. It is cheap to borrow money. That's what that means. So if you're thinking of buying or selling, it means the same thing to you. So let me explain. If you're a buyer, right now you should be smiling. And I know a lot of you are not because you're focusing on the sales price. Everything is really expensive. Yeah, I'll give you that. It is. Things have flattened out, but they're a little more expensive, real estate wise, right? But what's more important, the price of the home or the interest rate over 30 years? Well, 90% of you focus on the sales price. I'm waiting for the market to go down 5 or 10%. In the house that I want for $500,000, I want to buy it for $450,000, right? But what you're not considering is rates. Money is so cheap right now that if you waited 2 years for the market to drop 10% or 15%, you already lost that money in what you have to pay in rent, one. And two, you're going to pay a higher rate because there's no way rates are going to stay this low. So don't be greedy and try to time the market because the market will time you out, I always say, right? So if you're a buyer, money is cheap. That house that you wanted to buy for $500,000, but we're trying to stay under a certain payment, so you were only willing to buy something for $475,000. Well, guess what? You could buy it for $500,000 now, and probably have the same payment because rates went down. So that's what that means if you're a buyer. Buy. Rates are low. Money is cheap. Money is cheap. Now, if you're a seller, what does this mean? If you're a seller, it's good if you're looking to sell and move into another property, a bigger one, maybe bigger land, closer to school, closer to work, whatever it is. Why? One, equity's kind of leveled out, so you're not going to be making a lot more money on the house. But two, money is cheap. So if you were to sell your home, let's say you have a decent rate of 4.5% to 5% interest rate, right? You sell your house, cash in the equity, buy another house, and now buy that house at 3.5%, you're getting a bigger house at cheaper interest rate. It's the time to do it. The money is cheap. So if you are thinking of selling and moving up sometime in the future, you might want to consider now because of the rate. So think about it. If your rate is above 4% and you're thinking of selling and you know equity has kind of leveled out and you sell it, cash in the equity, you could now buy another house, put a bigger down payment than you probably did when you bought the house because you probably put 3% down. Now you might have 10, 15, 20% down and get a cheaper interest rate. Where do you go wrong? Don't get greedy. I'm waiting for the market to go down. Screw that part of it. Focus on the interest rate. That's what you pay over 30 years. Okay? 30 years, that interest rate. How many people that you know are refinancing get a lower rate? Well, shit, they wish they had a lower rate to begin with, and then they wouldn't have to pay money to refinance. So, again, if you're a buyer, do not make the mistake of Well, I'm waiting for prices to go down so I can buy. No, interest rate is more important than purchase price because rates over 30 years. You know, if you wait 2 years for the market to drop 10 or 15%, you save $40,000 on the house you were going to buy, but now instead of paying 3.5% interest rate, you're going to pay 4.5%, 5%, whatever it is. So did you really make money? Oh, and of course, you still have to pay rent. So whatever money you saved in equity and, you know, the house being cheaper, you paid in rent anyways, so it washes. So you waited 2 years, didn't buy the house cheap. You bought the house cheaper, but gave that away because you had to pay rent, and now have a higher interest rate. Where's the benefit? Rates are down 3.5. I mean 3.3. It depends. It's hard for me to tell you what interest rate is because that's all determined by FICO, income, loan type, all of that, loan amount. But they went down again. They were at 3.5 now. Now maybe they're 3.4, 3.3 if you're A plus. But they're really good at it is the point, right? And if you're going to sell a house, cash in the equity at one rate and buy a bigger home, now you can buy it at a cheaper rate. So you can get a bigger house, bigger down payment, and get a better rate. What am I missing? Don't get greedy. Do not get greedy. I know quite a few people who have told me, I'm waiting for the market to go down. They're right now, they're paying rent. They're waiting for the market to go down $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, and then they're going to buy. So it's okay to throw monthly rent away while you're waiting for the perfect. Don't time the market or the market times you out. So 2 years from now, you get it $50,000 cheaper, but you're paying 1% higher on interest rate. So where was the benefit? And you don't get the tax benefit, and that rent you threw away is in the trash because you don't get to deduct any of it, right? So where's the benefit? So don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't be a scientist about it. Just think logically. But again, I think the biggest winner here could be actually the homeowner who's thinking of cashing in the equity and getting another home, because most likely your rate is higher. And so now you have a bigger down payment than when you first bought it, which you probably bought as a first-time buyer, 3%, 3.5%, maybe 5%. If you're VA, 100%, right? And then over the 5, 6, 7, 8 years that you've had it, you have equity now. So now you can buy a bigger home that you want, wherever you want it, and then cash in your equity, put a bigger down payment, which makes the loan better, right? Less risk, and get a better rate. Bigger down payment, bigger home, cheaper interest rate. Where do you go wrong? But people overthink it. Well, I read here and I read there. If we knew what was going to happen, we'd all be billionaires and billionaires right now. Would you agree? We don't. We don't know what's going to happen. So don't try to time the market times you out. If you're ready to buy, buy. Don't be stupid and wait for the perfect time, because you will get screwed on the rate. And if you're thinking of selling in the future, not now, you might want to reconsider sooner rather than later to take advantage of the lower rate. If I was in a situation where I wanted a bigger home, just for the record, we're not moving anywhere. We love our home. We love where we're at. Everything's good. But if I was in a situation where I needed a bigger home or more land or a better school district, and I had at least 20% equity, and in this house we probably have 40% equity, I would sell my house, take that money, buy the house I want, put it all in down payment, and get the house I want, and then get a cheaper interest rate. And I got a good rate. I got like a 4.3 or 4.2. Now, that doesn't work for me because I'm in a good situation. I don't need to move anywhere. You know, I get rental properties now. That's my thing. But guys, don't overthink it. I had somebody call me today, Scout's Honor, right hand, and tell me, you know, Paco, we're thinking of buying, but we want to see what the market does in the next 6 months. And I'm like, what do you mean? We've heard that the house is going to come up. And I'm like, don't play this game. Your rate is ridiculously low now. And they were like, no, we think that we can get a lower rate and get a cheaper house next year. Again, if I knew that and you knew that, we'd all be millionaires. Money is cheap. What's up, Caesar, my amigo? I've text messaged you and invited you to places and you don't respond, but that's okay. I know we're not friends anymore. I'm just kidding, Caesar. What's up, buddy? Just giving you a hard time, brother. So Caesar threw me out. So guys, just think about it. Money's cheap. So forget everything else that's going on. Money is cheap to borrow right now. Extremely cheap. Hello, Donna. So why not take advantage? If I'm a buyer, cheap money. If I'm a seller, sell, cash in equity, bigger down payment, home I really want, and a cheaper interest rate. You can't lose. I have a lot of people right now that bought in the last 2 years that are refinancing. They wish they had the scenario where their interest rates were lower from the beginning. You have that opportunity. So don't throw it away because you're trying to time it. When I hear timing it, you know what I hear? I'm scared. I want the perfect situation. It doesn't exist. I'm just here to tell you it doesn't exist. You buy when you're ready. It doesn't exist. It doesn't. People have been buying homes for the last 100 years. And the only people that don't regret it are the ones that bought. The ones that regret it are the ones that didn't buy. My dad bought in the 70s. I know people that bought in their early 80s at 20% interest rate. Well, the homes are free and clear now in rental properties. Do you think they're bitching and complaining that they had a 20%? I'm sure they were at the time, but they still bought. Guys, be smart about this. Money is cheap right now. Extremely cheap. Sell, cash in, buy the home that you want, cheaper interest rate. So you're going to get a cheaper rate than you have, and you're going to get the home you want. Assuming you qualify, of course. You know, if you have a nice home and have equity but don't have a job, you know, could be a problem. Maybe I have to find a cosigner. All right, guys? So, please, please forget everything else that you're hearing. I always say we're drowning in information but starving for knowledge. This is me trying to give you some knowledge. Money is cheap right now. Take advantage of it. Do not time the market or the market times you out. All right, guys? I hope I reached at least one of you. And I would be happy. Because the biggest regret is to have regrets. The regret of not buying. The regret of why did I wait? I'm scared, and a lot of it is fear-based. I'm scared of the process. I'm scared of the down payment. Hey, Melvin. I'm scared of the down payment. I'm scared I don't have enough money. I'm scared that my credit's not good enough. I'm scared what people are going to say when they see my income. I'm scared that people are going to, the lenders will look at my bank statements and see that I spent $10 in Starbucks every day. Thank you, Donna. No problem, man. I'm scared. F it. Just do it. Just figure it out and do it. Just figure it out and do it. Screw what everybody else says. If you're ready to buy, just do it. If right now you're looking at this and you can buy and you're not, honestly, I don't even know what to tell you anymore. I don't. You rather throw rent away, not get the deduction, and then wait for rates to go up? Yeah, we all need cheap money, buddy. And money's cheap right now. Money is so cheap right now. I mean, God, it is. When I bought my first house in 2002, I was A paper, and my rate was like 8.9, and that was like perfect in those days. So just do it, guys. Please, please. Don't let fear dictate that comfort is more important than growth. Don't let fear dictate that comfort, not being in my comfort zone, is more important than growth. Growth is being outside your comfort zone, making the leap, and buying the house you know you should have. Comfort is, yeah, but my rent's $1,900. I can afford it. It's easy. I've been here for years. I'm comfortable. The only way to get rent control, guys, is to have a mortgage. You should, Melvin. The only way to get rent control is to have a mortgage because it's fixed for 30 years, guys. Rents go up every year, and by 2022, there's going to be more tenants than homeowners. So guess what? There's going to be more renters. So that means there's going to be, you're convincing me, you should be, Anna. You should. Drink. Makes it easier. So if there's going to be more renters than homeowners by 2022, who's going to control the market? Landlords. So you think they're going to keep the rents low, knowing that there's more people that want to rent and less people that can afford to buy because California's getting too expensive? No, the rents are going to go up. My dad told me a long time ago, and I never forgot. He said, "Mijo, oh, well, good for you, Anna. I'm proud of you. Mijo, there's only one thing that doesn't go down." I said, "What's that, Dad?" "Rent." My dad has units. Rent. Never in my life have I ever dropped the rent. It's only gone up. You're right. The only way to get rent control is to have a mortgage. And then take advantage of the deductions. And then take the advantage of the appreciation. Because I'll leave you with this nugget, as Donna has said. Your home over the next 15 to 20 years will make more money in equity than you can save. It will make more money in equity than you can save. So think about that. Renters don't have that advantage. They don't. Renters do not have that advantage. Shit, I'd rather you buy and then rent the damn thing. Have somebody else pay your mortgage for the next 30 years, and you just take advantage of the interest deduction and the equity. It's so simple, but we overcomplicate things because we're drowning in information and starving for knowledge. Information is not knowledge at all. As a matter of fact, have you heard of the phrase paralysis by analysis? That's a lot of people. Well, the market said, Google said, internet said, blah, 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 blah. Make it knowledge. And this is me, hopefully, convincingly, trying to give you a little nugget in simplifying things. All right, guys? I hope everybody's having a good evening, because you know I am. Oh, that's so good. So good. So, this is Paco the Realtor, broker owner of RX Real Estate, local expert storyteller. I love that. They're numbers. Local expert storyteller on Taco Tuesday. Instead of tacos, I'm having tequila. They both start with T. Close enough. Both Mexican. Right? No? Yeah, maybe. You guys don't care, do you? I know. What are you going to do? All right, guys. Thanks, Donna. All right, guys. I will see you on Therapy Thursday. And we will figure out what we talk on that and on that day. And that's exactly what I'm having, Donna. Patron. All right, guys. God bless. Hasta luego. Hey, guys. Thanks for watching my video. Hope you love the content. Subscribe below or follow me on social media. Just type Paco the Realtor.